Are you aware enough to say like you know some people and stuff like that? How do you want to start this Hulkster thing? Whatever. Do you feel safe going to Caribana anymore? Let's talk.
The Podical Sons.
What's up, everybody? I'm Marvelous,
And I'm not your average Joseph.
and we are the Podical Sons. So let's start the show. This show is hilariously inappropriate but intellectual beyond belief. Let's get it popping. Like, comment, subscribe, all the above, all streaming platforms possible.
All of the above.
At Podical Sons from the socials, and search for Podical Sons, the Podical Sons podcast on all streaming platforms possible. And
Yes,
you
sir.
can see these faces on YouTube and Spotify and stuff as well. I'm back with my another Unabomber hat, so let's get it on and popping. About you, Joy, this week, man.
You bombing up the place? That's what's going on?
That's what some people were saying and stuff. Whatever, they're like, with me and my bucket, I look like a Unabomber.
You look like a Unabomber.
So I was like,
okay,
maybe racist, but okay. You know what I mean? Like, here we are, brother, but we can get to it sometime, one or another. But yeah, man, what brought you joy this week?
The returning of my wife and daughter. That was one of it. And I went into the city a few times, and I actually got to visit my aunt and my uncle, which sadly to say I don't do enough, especially with my aunt. But with my uncle leaving in a few weeks, there was some things he was asking me about, so I popped in and I paid them a visit, and it was cool. It was cool just sitting down, just chatting with the both of them. Auntie is feisty as ever, and she's just giving me the lowdown of being retired in 80 and how she don't get out of bed before 12 o'clock. Everybody else can screw themselves. So I said, I like it. And that's what brought me joy. But the wifey's back. I missed her when she was on vacation, so I'm glad she's home. I'm glad she's home.
It's your wife. For me, a good amount of things and stuff. Whatever I want to say. Let's say, I think the smaller things and stuff. Whatever is where it was one of the homies' birthdays and stuff. Whatever this week, and we went to go chill and kick it.
Okay.
For a little bit, and they were like, they don't see enough of me and stuff for them. Like, and they're like, we celebrate you, Mar. We celebrate you. So I'm like, yeah. So I was like, all right.
They're trying to escape indictments. Is it?
No, they just know what the deal is. Because I told them I only go to places where I'm celebrating, not where I'm tolerated and stuff, whatever. So they just know that, like, we celebrate you, like, come on through and stuff like that, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Another thing and stuff. I'm blessed and highly favored. I went to a Mexican restaurant that I always wanted to go to.
Mm-hmm.
They had a nice ass Frida Kahlo mural on the wall of this place, and I always seen it, and I was like, yo, I'm gonna go in there and stuff, whatever. And went on the Taco Tuesday, and it was a hell of a vibe. Like, they made sure the drinks was flowing, everything was good, like everything was on point. And they're like, yo, you'll be back. I was like, how you know that? They're like, you'll be back. You both seem happy and stuff for this. So I was like, I dig the vibe and stuff, whatever. So I was like,
nice. Where was the spot?
In Streetsville.
Okay.
In Streetsville, they have like 2 spots. This place is called Border. Shout out to Border MX. Taco and Bar. And yeah, they have this other one and stuff I've been to and everything like that, whatever. But I don't like franchise places.
Yeah.
I don't like franchise places and stuff like that, whatever. And like this place, they used to have another place, but like that kind of went under. So it's kind of like they pooled all the time and energy into this spot.
Right.
And you can tell the difference and stuff, whatever, for me.
Okay.
For me, I want to say like,
did you know it when it was a franchise? Like, did you know of it when it was a franchise spot and you just...
No. They had like, it was just like more 2 locations.
Right.
More 2 locations and stuff, whatever. I was talking to the dude and stuff, whatever, the bartender and everything, or the waiter.
Yeah.
Cause he's a bartender / waiter and stuff. And I was talking to him, he was just saying like most of the time and stuff, whatever, they try another location, to see if that might work and stuff, whatever. But they're like, yo, pandemic got the best of them. So like, I'm like, okay, so this is another one of those restaurants. He's like, yeah, but he's like, they focus everything here and all the above. And I was like, yo, I always go like, what do you recommend and stuff? Or what's your top winner? They're like, I got you. So I was like, all right. And then had a bulldog drink, and I was wavy. I was done. I was done. I was like, one drink? I was like, am I Ricky? But that was a vibe. Like I said, like I I always, gratitude for attitude. So I look at this stuff as like even every moment and stuff, whatever. Living in the present is a gift. So I try to make sure and stuff for there. It's not one thing that brings me joy in a week and stuff for that. I'm over that. I need
100%.
multiple things more than that to bring me joy.
Yeah.
Because the fuck, one thing might barely keep you alive. If you have multiple things that like brings you joy during the week and stuff, whatever, ain't no way you want to leave this place.
That's good. That's good.
So that's how I look at it.
Yeah. I don't mind owners when owners have like maybe like one or two locations. And usually they'll take their time and bounce back between the 1 or 2 locations. I find that once you do franchise and you leave it in the hands of another owner, and that other owner doesn't want to follow the program, then that's when it all kind of like falls apart. Like if for instance, like if like you buy McDonald's, you
Okay.
can't deviate from what McDonald's set as the way they do things, scheduling and so forth. You have to adhere to it, or else they'll just take away the franchise. Where I've seen other companies where they were just like starting off with 1 or 2, and the 1 or 2 were dope, but as soon as they started franchising and other people started putting their twist on it, the chef is making the meals a little different, and so the consistency is never there, and I think that's what always wrecks it.
I feel like, in my opinion, not all places and stuff, and I'm not gonna like crucify or put them in the same, cook them in the same pan. But I look at it stuff as where I think money gets to them, and the business aspect and stuff, whatever, comes over, like, let's say the natural love. If you got into it to say like, yo, you want to make good food and all the above, I think you can only be in one place at one time.
Right.
So you saying the stuff as owner, like, yo, maybe you could put a location here and there and stuff, whatever, right? Like some people can maybe cook the same,
Right.
but some people can't, whatever, right? So I look at it stuff as where I focus a lot on like taste and quality and stuff of food. So I can tell the difference of who made this or who made that, whatever. Cause
Right.
my I guess my taste buds and my palate is built different. So if you're looking at stuff like, oh, I'm gonna open up another location and stuff, whatever. If the shit is good enough, whatever, niggas would drive to your shit.
Yeah, yeah.
So fuck opening up another location and stuff like that, whatever. Because if you're doing it for the money and stuff, whatever, buy whatever little piece of land and stuff around you,
Yeah.
and capitalize. Like I think it's at Patois, the restaurant downtown and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
With Patois, next door was their patty place and stuff, whatever, right?
Okay.
And then the chefs and them expanded and bought out the bar next to it, and then that whole side became out a restaurant of Patois, right? So I look at it stuff as where the cook ain't bouncing all over the place.
Right.
It's kind of like the patty shop shut down this particular time, and the bar and the restaurant get popping like around like that 3-4 o'clock. So it's kind of like you're still getting the same quality of chef through and through.
Yeah.
You're making another location and stuff, whatever. You're gonna bring that person over there and this, that, and the third, whatever. So I don't know. For me, I realized that like most of those places and stuff, whatever, franchise or like multiple locations, the quality and food don't taste the same. You can give me a mom and pop spot, or you can give me a spot that just said like, this is what we do, this is where it's at.
Right.
I'll run to it. I've driven for places and stuff, whatever. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, one location? Let's go. For an adventure. It's part of the adventure, right? So I'm a foodie though. Let's get to the cooking then. Go to the polls. So first poll of the week was, which song had the bigger impact? And the choices were Little John, Get Low.
Right.
And the next one was Juvenile, Back That Ass Up. What do you think won that?
Get Low.
55% said Juvenile, Back That Ass Up. I was like, you okay? I'm
55% though. It was close. It was close.
Yeah, because I look at it so as well.
Because two of them are absolute club bangers. So
absolutely, that instant classics, right?
Yeah.
It's just it's to the voter,
right?
To the voter and stuff. Which one had more of an impact and stuff, whatever, to them, right? Because I look at it stuff as where Juvenile Back That Ass Up and stuff. Or like I said, there's that once you're that Cash Money record taking over for that. a lot of inner hoochie comes out in
Mhm.
somebody's auntie,
Mhm. Mhm.
right? And then like the dudes and stuff, whatever, just like eyeballs is open. Like if he was half asleep, like in the corner nodding off, and he heard that, he's gonna wipe the drool from his mouth and he's gonna open up his eyes and he's gonna look like,
He might continue
who's
drooling.
shaking cheeks?
He might continue drooling.
And he's like, who's yeah. But like the you know, cheek shakage and stuff is going on regardless of whichever song, right?
Yeah.
Because when you get that bend over to the floor, touch your toes, you scared, yeah, you know? Lil Jon and stuff in the yin yang, they do know how to rock a party.
Yep. Yep.
Next poll was, which is more important to you, time management or energy management? And what do you got?
Ooh, I think they said time management.
83% said energy management.
Really?
Yes. Tell me
Okay.
why you said time now. Because I know like you're starting to master
Yeah.
your world and your time and stuff for that. Tell me why you said time.
Because I don't find too many people being that energetic.
You energetic?
Yeah. Like I see them
on it.
I see them saying it, but well, the majority of people I know, they don't really exercise. They don't really do much as far as like getting out on a regular basis. Like if they do go out, it might be to like a function, and that's about it. The rest of the time they spend indoors. So
so keep that. Try and look at it and stuff with energy as like, let's say, good energy or bad energy then.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
Now, do you see yourself and stuff, let's say, are you, and I'm not speaking for you, but do you find yourself as an individual who is like kind of self-aware of certain people's energies? Like, you know, would you say like Marv brings a good energy and stuff, whatever, to a room or to a place and stuff, whatever. And then could you say to yourself, you know, like, let's say somebody, I want to put on your coworkers, but I want to say like somebody that might come into your world. I'm gonna say not so often, but enough to know for a fact that this person brings kind of bad energy or low vibration. That's what they might be using and stuff, whatever.
Right.
Are you aware enough to say like, you know, some people and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Would you like now energy management wise and stuff, whatever? Would you consider yourself, let's say, overextending yourself and give yourself some time to deal with an individual? So let's say you know this person, they're just low energy, low vibration and stuff, whatever. They'll just fuck with your like peace, or they're like not even fuck with your peace.
Yeah.
But they just want to bring negativity around you. Be like, you're like, yo, what's up? Hey, how you going? Like, have you say that and say like, I might be that person like that, whatever. Be like, fucking place is always hot.
Right.
And you're like, well, you know, it's summertime and stuff like that, whatever. Right? I can't wait for fucking winter to come around. You'd be like, damn, you really want to deal with a person like that? Because I look at stuff as like that person and stuff to me would be like, if I know that individual has that ability, I want to keep my energy. I'm protecting my energy.
Okay.
And I'm protecting my peace. So I'm going to be like, I'm not going to put myself in a situation to have to deal with an individual and stuff like that. Like there's circumstances stuff where you can control.
You can't avoid
you cannot, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Because I look at it, like I said, I don't want to put on most people's like coworkers because some people and stuff, they might not be happy at their job.
Right.
So they might feel like everybody around them and stuff, whatever, is fucking with their peace and their energy, and their good vibes.
Okay, I can see that for some people. For myself, nah. I refuse to let anybody's low energy take my energy down. So I'm not afraid to go anywhere and be amongst anybody. In fact, I relish the fact. Sometimes I like to piss people off with my powerful energy.
Okay.
Right? So either you're going to match it or you're going to stay where you are, but you're never going to bring mine down. And that's something I just became conscious of.
That's
like,
dope.
I look at it as like, I have one life to live and I'm not going to deny myself the pleasure that I may find in going anywhere or doing anything just because I feel like somebody might have an energy that might bring them down. Nah. Your energy will be your energy, and I'm just gonna keep my energy the way it is, and that's it. You might be pissed off that I'm so happy, but that's on you.
Yeah, no, I can see that. See, I would fall more on the energy management side, whatever, because I think when it came to like time management and stuff, whatever, I'm real adept at that. I've been good at that and stuff for years, right? So I want to say now I'm in the level of mastering like energy management and stuff, whatever, because I look at it stuff as where I might be a lot for a lot of people.
Right.
And stuff, right? So me being me and not being self-aware enough of, let's say, I don't want to say read a room. And I think a lot of people might look at it stuff like in a negative way, like, oh, you shouldn't stop who you are just for these individuals and stuff like that, whatever. But I look at it stuff as where I want to be respectful to a person's like space,
right,
as much as I would want them to be that for myself, right? Like if I walk into somewhere and stuff, whatever, and let's say I'm in my Buddha mode or something like that, whatever, and somebody comes playing music on their phone or even having like a speakerphone conversation, walking into a space, like that shit is annoying to me, right? And I want to say it's not gonna like derail my day,
right?
But I look at the stuff as like, here I am was having a nice little Zen Buddha moment, whatever. And this motherfucker like, yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I know, right? Yo, we could be anywhere in the world, right? But we here now, right? And I mean, like, so walk on. Like, yo, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then like, I have that kind of like, I guess, villain energy. We'll put it that and stuff, whatever. If say I have that villain energy and stuff, I'm looking like, why the fuck you think you run this shit now?
Right.
So like I'll go from like to like you trying to square up, squabble. And both this stuff is still like good energy vibes for me when it comes to look at it stuff is like a little exercise won't hurt nobody if I throw these hands.
It never hurts. Exercise never hurts.
Nah. So I look at it stuff as where I've learned the stuff to say like, okay, again, like if we're bringing on the job aspect for myself, I'm like, this motherfucker right here. There's a lady and stuff like a lot of my coworkers know I don't care for.
Right.
I told them she could suck a few pimple-covered dicks in hell for all I give a damn. You hear how I speak?
Yeah.
But again, whatever. I look at it stuff as where when I have to interact with her, professionalism,
of course,
is on deck.
Of course.
So I have to be mindful of stuff with her because when she does or says some kind of things, whatever, I'm like, how are you still alive? And then I exhale. And then I just keep on pushing. But again, like I look at it as where some people, they would let's say, you see like how your energy might take him to like go toe to toe.
You're right.
They might have no control or no proper management of their energy levels.
Yeah.
So they're like, what do you mean by that, Smooth? What is you talking about? Whatever. Because I see my boy and like his wifey.
Yeah.
They go at it and stuff, whatever. And she's like, don't piss me off. That's how it starts. That's how it starts. Like even like with him and I, we were all together and stuff, whatever, kick back, let's say, during the Diddy trial and stuff, the height of the Diddy trial and everything like that, whatever.
Right.
And then boom, Diddy trial is over. So when we're having a conversation and stuff, whatever, the wife's like, we talk about this all the time. He doesn't understand women's feelings. And I looked at stuff and then she's like, you sound like him, Marv. I'm like, all right. But Diddy got charged with 2 charges of trafficking.
2 charges.
That's it.
Yep.
That's it. So then when I see her and stuff like that, whatever, I'm like, hey, boo.
You remind her?
And then, she's like, Marv, don't start. So I said, okay. But him, free Diddy. And then she looks like a bull that's all red.
She's ready to charge, man. She's ready to charge.
I'm like, you got to keep your energy level intact. Whatever, right? You can't let everybody put you on attack mode and stuff like that, whatever. I think a lot of people and stuff, they're not respectful of people's time. Yeah. That's why they don't give a fuck too much about time management because some people think the world revolves around them.
A lot of people think about the world revolves around them.
I've heard one person say, I have time blindness and stuff, whatever. I was like, no, you need to have better time management.
Yeah.
No, for a fact, it takes you this long to kind of commute to work. And then it takes you this long to get yourself together and stuff for there. So maybe your wake up time might be this. And like, They're like, but my energy is more important than my time management. So that
80-something%. That's high.
83. This week, let's go, man. Let's cook. Let's go.
Cooking.
Let's go. Do you feel safe going to Caribana anymore? Let's talk. Caribana this week. City turn up. Wine up and everything.
I feel safe enough to go and stand on the outskirts.
What the hell is that? Please explain.
Where I'm in viewing. I'm close enough to view everything, not too close where I gotta run if anything pops off.
So okay, do you have like I don't want to like hotbox your spot and everything, whatever.
Yeah.
But is there like a particular location where like you're saying, let's say it's a homie's building or something like that, whatever. You can view all the parades at close enough proximity type of thing and stuff, whatever. You have a spot like that.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Okay. So okay, now I get what you're talking about. Because I'm about to say, like, just even being in the zone of even, let's say, somewhere trying to park close enough to it is already full thralled into it.
Yeah,
So I'm like,
yeah.
where are you talking about, my guy?
First and foremost, I'm not even trying to drive down to that location. If anything, I'm taking public transit to get to where I need to go. And then the spot is actually dude's house. He's right off the ends, so he's not too far from anything.
So
So
you can glance and see
glance and
That's
see
what's up.
if anything pops off, you run inside the house and you're okay. But man, as I missed the days of just being able to actually join in the parade and not
what do you
worry
mean, like
about nothing.
costume and all?
Yeah. Well, not in your costume, but being able to join in with those who are in their costumes.
Have you
in
ever
the
played
parade.
mass?
No, I've never played mass at
But
all.
so you've been like, let's say, in the parade, so to speak. So let's say,
So okay, so let me put it this way.
all right,
Um,
because remember, act like I'm dumb American.
yeah. So at one time, when we first started, or when I first started going to Caribana, as I want to say, the first time I've been there might have been in my 8 to 10 years old range.
So
Right. So
what
going
year?
out
Give me some
with family.
years.
So that would probably be like maybe around 86.
Okay.
86, 87.
Okay.
That time the parade itself was going down University.
Yeah, I heard about that because when I came to Canada and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
It was already on Lakeshore. Yeah.
So it used to go down
It's like
University.
north and south of University.
Yeah, north and south of University.
And what about that nice turn that, let's say, University? Like, so when you go into University and it leads to like, let's say College and like Queens Park area.
Yeah.
What about that area? It will come around.
Continue to go straight down. I can't remember where it actually ended.
Okay.
If it actually went all the way down to by where the Lakeshore was.
By like the Gardner area.
By the Gardner area.
Damn.
Yeah, it used to be,
Wow.
one whole strip, but it being so condensed, it didn't really feel like a huge thing or a long walking distance, right? And so, and back then, it's like, I wouldn't say people were, well, yeah, not well behaved, but behaved enough that you wouldn't have to worry about fights or anything like that, right?
Gotcha.
So, as a spectator, you know how it is now. There's barriers, right?
Right.
There was no barriers. So, as a spectator, if a float came by and you were really feeling that float, you would just leave from the side and go and join into the parade, and you would march down with the dancers and with that float till you got tired of maybe something, then jump back out, maybe walk back up to your spot where you were standing before, or if not, chill with the spot where you're at, and just continue to watch floats go by. And when the next float came by and if you were feeling that float, you jumped in on that, right? So it was really dope because without being part of the mass band, you were still part of the action. You were more than just a spectator.
I'm gonna ask you something. So Pride now, right?
Yeah.
Pride is like directly off Yonge Street, right?
Right.
And they have like the little light barriers and stuff like that, whatever, right? When I went to Caribana and stuff on Lakeshore one time, they had a full fence.
Yes, it's a full fence.
So it's not like you see, like, let's say Pride now, where like that's on street, and like what you're describing and stuff, whatever, like that's on street.
Right.
They can just probably hop over like a little monkey little barrier and then join party and stuff like that, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Cause I don't know how Pride gets down, cause I've never been down to Pride and stuff whatever before for a parade.
Right.
But I always looked and stuff. I'm like, if you're a spectator and stuff, whatever, can't you not just jump over and kind of get with the vibe?
Yeah,
like how you're describing.
If like how you're saying, if the fence is low enough, I'm pretty sure you can. I'm pretty sure people do, right? And it's just like you're saying, like over the years, with that barrier for Caribana,
It's been a fence.
it just kept getting higher until it became a tall fence.
Yeah, like
because people were still jumping over the little small barriers that they had. People were actually opening up, because you know how the fences join.
Mhm.
People were actually opening up the fence and sliding through the fence. So they got real gangster with it, and those barriers are serious now. But yeah, at one point, you could actually join the parade. Like, I remember one year we would just go down with one float, run back, and I'm talking. This is now when I'm in my teens. You're not going down with your parents no more. You're going down with your friends now.
So
right?
bring this to like the 90s.
So yeah, bring this to so let's say
95-ish.
Yeah, maybe even earlier than that. I want to say probably like maybe around 92, 93.
Okay.
So now you going out with your friends, because this is probably as a teen, just turning like maybe 16, 17.
Right.
These are one of the events where your parents didn't mind you going down, right? Because it wasn't still considered like an adult thing, right? And it was back then, it was still considered safe.
So, like I said, I'm gonna ask a ton of questions.
Yeah.
They have a kiddie carnival.
They have a kiddie carnival.
Back then, was everything all in one?
No.
Oh, so it was always separated.
It was always separated.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, so this is like you being a teenager, thought you were too grown for the kiddie carnival, right? But you were perfect age to just now travel by yourself. You didn't need your parents, so you would go down with your group of friends. So I remember one year we were down there, and it was just like, it was a hell of an exercise, man, because you would go down with one float, run back to the spot you were standing with, see people jumping down on the next float, go down with that float, run back. By the time Caribana was done, you were tired. You was like
underneath the sun too.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You're like, and then you're gonna go party after. So it's like everybody's like, okay, we gotta go home, shower, get fresh, and get ready to go to whatever party that was.
So you leave downtown to go back home to come right back.
Right back down.
Sounds like you're not caring about your energy management there.
No.
No, bucko.
No. Dude, at that age, you had energy to kill, man. I try that shit now. Yeah. I'm trying to be up by 9 o'clock. Rest my feet.
So let me ask you now, when, let's say, circa, like, say time and stuff, whatever, like year, did you feel that like it became unsafe? Because I want to say I first experienced Caribana in 2004, right?
Right.
And I want to say going full 04, 05 was decent. 06, I went to Young Street.
Right.
And at Young and Dundas Square and stuff, whatever, somebody got shot and killed.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So when did the safeness feeling leave you?
That was around that time. Around that time. And I think
so you were so even like from the 92 all the way to 2005?
Yeah, it's not like I went every year.
Okay.
But still would go down every now and then, right? But I think after that happened,
because that was before the Candy Girl thing, when you had whatever,
right? Yeah.
The eye candy stuff,
yeah,
whatever, right?
That's before the eye candy.
Yeah, and it was still peaceful somewhat.
Yes,
for you?
Yes, still somewhat peaceful. But I think for me, being saying like from 8 years old to the time of, let's say, call it like 18, 19, now that's like almost 10 plus years of parading, right? So after a while, I don't think it was necessarily the safetiness that kind of I think I just got tired. For me, I just got tired of it.
Do you believe it's an age limit to Caribana to like going to like the partake, whatever? And I say that because, let's say you're a person I want to say playing in mass.
Yeah.
Because I look at it stuff as like, it takes a different kind of energy and person to play mass.
Oh yeah.
And I look at it stuff as where like, that energy and love that certain people have for mass, they will kind of continue on. Because like you have the kiddie carnival.
Right.
Picture if you were a kid and your parents and stuff put you in that, whatever, till now you're even a granny of like, you're probably like 50 years old and you're a grandmother and everything like that, whatever you're like, the love of mass is still in your
It's
blood.
still in your
And
blood.
we're not here to deny that.
Yeah, yeah,
But I
yeah.
look at it as like, do you feel like there's an age limit and stuff to like going for the non-mass playing people?
No, I don't feel like that
Okay.
because again, I think a lot of people are looking at it more than just carnival itself, but tradition and culture, right? So a lot of people who are of that ilk, you know, as your age gets up there, the tradition and culture does not leave you. So I think a lot of that, you know, the appeal of it is maybe as you get older, you do less things that may, or you're visiting less things, or you're around less things that may contribute to your tradition and culture. But Caribana is that one thing that you probably know that you can always reconnect with your roots. So me looking at it from that perspective, I see a lot of people, like a lot of older folks down there reminiscing because it's not, you know, it's a culture where the old is always meeting the new, right? And calypso music or soca music is probably one of those genres where young kids know like the older songs, you know what I mean? Because those older songs again become part of the tradition.
I look at it so they only know the older songs because their parents clean house. If parents have a clean house, how the fuck they know these songs?
Right, but they clean the house, so it's the tradition, right? And so again, so they go down there, they know it, and it's part of the culture. I was watching this video on YouTube like maybe probably like 2-3 months back.
Okay.
And they were just talking about Carnival on a whole, right? And they were like saying, yeah, it's big in, you know, it's big in the West Indian cultures, but there's so many other places around the world that have their own type of carnival, right? And I was like, it's like, yeah, you know what? It's like, it's funny how we look at this as a traditional thing for us as a Caribbean on a whole, but it's not just celebrated by us. It's not just celebrated in Toronto. It's not just celebrated. Yeah,
I was gonna say that's egotistical and stuff to think it's just the West Indian focus of here, because I look at it stuff as where New York has their vibe, right?
Yeah.
And then let's say even you take like you minus Toronto, you go to New York, you're gonna have like the Puerto Rico Day Parade and stuff like that, whatever, right? Then they have their type of Caribana thing and stuff for there, and then like they do things for St. Patty's and stuff for other cultures and stuff as well.
Right.
So I look at it stuff as where just being in a place and stuff, whatever, with a dense population that's so diverse, you're gonna get festivals and stuff like that, right? Because if you look, not really in particular sections and stuff, whatever, but like let's say Taste of Danforth, even though that is a food type of thing and stuff, whatever, you still have other things like Sauce on St. Clair, where they have like a kind of like carnival parade kind of thing and stuff, whatever. And you know, so it varies and stuff from culture to culture. I just look at it stuff as where I think a city that doesn't have like too much of a dense population, or a town, it might be limited, right? For me, I kind of feel like there is no age limit, but I kind of feel like you will outgrow certain type of things and stuff. And then when I say it like that, whatever, because let's say the whole city, especially like on this upcoming weekend, turns into like a more of a West Indian carnival kind of thing, and now some of the I don't want to put it to like like a good portion of African culture, but let's say like maybe the Ghanaian and the Nigerian folk as well, they start to blend in and stuff and start to incorporate because they're behind, like let's say African descent people are in these committees that help run Caribana and stuff, so to speak, right? So now they're incorporating some of their cultures and stuff, whatever, into it, and now it's where one year I didn't go to the parade, but I went down to Harborfront. And that had like a grown and sexy kind of Caribbean vibe and stuff to it, like different food places and stuff, whatever you can kind of go. They had music, but not as loud and stuff, whatever, and everything like that. And I felt like that was more on a contemporary kind of vibe. Because, you know, you get what I'm saying? Because I look at it stuff as like, when you were saying about like the different worlds and stuff, like, you know, age-wise and stuff, whatever, I probably look like, my ass, I'm not looking for like something too intense. like the sun might be a little too much for me now. Like not really too much, whatever. But I want to say like being in like that kind of atmosphere, up and down and shit. Like, hey, people having knee problems periodically. At least you want somewhere where you don't have to keep walking and run back like you're saying the cardio.
Yeah.
And then you have somewhere you can sit, eat, catch a vibe. You know, because I remember when I don't know if it was in Caribana weekend one year when Chronix came, and he was at Nathan Phillips Square, and Nathan Phillips Square just got bananas.
I remember that.
And Chronix is not that kind of like wild and kind of musician, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it just got bananas. And I was like, for a contemporary kind of vibe and stuff, whatever, the music is there, but the crowd wasn't, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm glad it was kind of stationary, so to speak, right? But then the Caribana, like that stretch of Lakeshore, I feel like young kids can do that with a smile. Yo, if you out here, like, you know.
That's what I was saying, 16, 17, I was back and forth, but it is like, but again, and I understand totally what you said, because at a point, just like I said, I don't even think like the violence was what deterred me. It's just I at some point I said to myself, okay, enough is enough, right? Like I don't gotta keep going down there every year.
With your contemporary ass.
I don't gotta keep going down there every year just to just enjoy the festivities.
Yeah, because I look at the stuff as where, and I've never been, but I've heard that like, again, like that weekend or this weekend coming, it just turns like the city and the GTA just becomes extra Caribbean like.
Yeah.
From like the stores and locations and stuff. And like I heard Brampton, because you were living in Brampton for a good period of time, whatever.
Yeah.
Like I heard Brampton and stuff, whatever, had something where, is it Chinguzi Park? I guess they had something like that, whatever.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, I'm a Brampton person. Do I go dance on a fucking 427 to the Gardner and then get caught up in this mix and stuff, whatever? Or I can catch a little contemporary kind of vibe, milder tone down, and stay my ass in Chinguzi Park in Brampton.
Well, like what I've noticed is that you'll have pockets of the city that will do their own like a smaller type festival, smaller type gathering, and they'll kind of like they'll purposely leave that day alone, the actual parade day, because they figure more or less that people will make the trip to go downtown and venture out. And it's
okay.
And again, it's like I said, like for some people it's tradition. Yeah, you have some people that never go downtown. Come that one day, they're downtown, and it's you know, I can see it for older people, because I remember growing up, like my cousins used to come from the States all the time, Caribana weekend.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like some of my people and stuff will come all over.
All the time for Caribana weekend, right? So even if you don't want to go, it's like, all right, they're here.
And that's how I had it and stuff.
Yeah.
That's why I kind of got my Caribana feel real quick.
Right.
I came in 03, right? After, because I came after the blackout and stuff like that, whatever. But then 04 would be my first kind of Caribana and stuff like that, right?
Right.
And I'm living by myself and everything and stuff. Then I got my people like, y'all want to come to this thing and stuff, this Caribana thing and stuff. Whatever. I'm like, well, come on now. So they would come.
Right.
They would jam with me and stay with me and stuff. Whatever.
And you're the instant tour guide.
But it was kind of like my one bedroom and stuff, whatever, kind of felt like we have like 7 adults sharing a one washroom and stuff as a piss off. But then I was like, all right, you know, I get to see everybody at least this once.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So I'll sacrifice and stuff for them until like it's just going down, and then the monotony and everything like that, whatever. I want to say, for me, I remember there was a thing called a pancake jam, and it was an after party.
Okay.
And the pancake jam to me was super lit. And when I heard they stopped doing the pancake jam and stuff, I was like, man, fuck that.
That's when you
because like it was like the pancake jam. So it was like you bought tickets and stuff, whatever. The bitch was like, I think 30 early door,
right,
whatever. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna eat the 30 for this, because like, you know, you're paying for one place the Saturday night, that's about 60. Then you're paying this, so like just going to places and stuff, whatever, that's already $100, right? That's $90
easily.
So I'm looking like, okay, we go to the pancake jam now, because other places stuff wasn't really popping like that, whatever,
right? So
we go to the pancake jam, and they got loose. It got loose in there, whatever. Not loose pussy. Don't confuse me with him. But loose.
Loose.
So, and I want to say the pancake jam was supposed to end like 7 a.m.
Okay.
Around 6, they're like, they had a box with like 1 cup of pancake syrup and stuff, whatever. They're like, yo, they're handing it out. Like, you know, you're supposed to take it. I didn't leave.
Right.
I didn't leave. I
Okay.
took it and went back to the dance floor. So I'm folding up pancake with my hand, dipping it in there, and then I'm dancing with a chick, and then pancake syrup is getting on her back, and I feel like a bastard, but I'm looking like, yo, I'm gonna just dance this morning away.
Dance it away.
Because you're seeing people leave, and you see that, you know, summertime, the daylight comes like 5 o'clock.
Yeah, starting to break.
So this is about like 6:40. You're seeing doors open, and you just see like this daylight pouring in, and I'm like, where am I?
People looking at you. I'm going to work. You should go home.
I was like, where am I? Because even one year, speaking of which, no, it was the pancake jam. There's a dude there, and fuck, he had a is it DHL? He had a courier outfit on. So I'm thinking it's like a little joke. This man is ready to like, yo, I'm here to jam. I start work in the next few hours, so I came to play. So I was looking like, yo, he's like, this pancake thing is not missing him.
Nah, it's not missing
But
him.
like, it like, yo, when you're finally leaving,
Yeah.
or you know when you're walking,
The floor,
syrup is everywhere.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I wasn't the only asshole that had this type of
no, you weren't.
We're walking out. I see some other chicks I did not dance with. My people did not dance with.
Yeah.
It's like, one girl's like, I got pancake syrup in my hair. I was like, we need to come back. Yo, bring back pancake jams. Just contemporary style.
Bring it back.
Yo. But yeah, like, I never felt like, even after with the shooting and stuff, and like that young man at the time and stuff had passed.
Yeah.
I think for me, I just told myself and stuff, whatever, that I don't want to be in a place and stuff, whatever, where I'm going to have fun.
Right.
And I get caught up in some things because, like, yo, when the gunshot went off and stuff, whatever, it was like a sea of people just trying to run for shelter.
Yeah.
Nothing felt safe.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? It's like, again, and I actually might make the trip down this weekend.
Okay.
So like I said, Clive them have a spot, just like a house just right down nearby the location, and they're gonna buy like boxes of chicken, and they're just gonna do like just jerk chicken all around and just make a time of it. So, and again, it's all older people. It's gonna be a contemporary vibe within that little spot, right? And then on top of it, you know, you're not too far to catch a vibe from the carnival, right? So maybe you might go, you you dip your toe in the water. I might go and just dip my toe in the parade and then come back. But yeah, it's been a good, I want to say more than 15 years since I've been.
Whoa, for real?
Yeah, been more than 15 years since I've been.
And I'm just shocked because I look at it stuff as where, from you speaking about like you've been there like since like you were 10 years old, like from the 80s and stuff like that, whatever. I wouldn't say not like every year or every other year and stuff, whatever, but at least like sparingly, like, all right, maybe every 3-4 years you might drop in.
And probably about 15 years or more that I've been down there. Now, granted, it's, and because you look at the weekend, the weekend of the parade, it's not just the parade. There's so much other activities surrounding it, right? So I've done stuff in regards to Caribana weekend itself, but to actually say that I was physically at the parade, it's been a good amount of time, man.
Gotcha. All right. R.I.P. to Malcolm Jamal Warner.
Yes.
And Ozzy Osbourne and stuff as
Ozzy.
well. But
no, nothing for the Hulkster.
We'll get to that. I want to get to Malcolm Jamal Warner's aspect and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
And don't think I'm trying to portray Wednesday Addams and stuff on you, but I look at it stuff as where, let's say this. For me, before I turned 40 earlier this year,
right?
Michelle Trachtenberg, when she passed, I never knew her personally. I knew of her work, the shows that she was in, and everything like that, whatever. And I want to say, for a celebrity death, it kind of made me feel a type of way because we're about the same age and stuff, whatever. When she died at 39, I was 39 at the time when she died. If she was alive, she would have been 40 in October.
Right.
And being Malcolm Jamal Warner and stuff, being like, you've kind of grown up with him through seeing his career and stuff, and you guys are close enough in age
Yeah, well, he was
and
about
everything like that.
54, I think.
Yeah, he was 54 when he died. How do you feel about celebrities around your age dying?
It's one of the things that I'm not expecting,
Mm-hmm.
and not because, I don't think that they're human. I think, I just look at it as you've made a good amount of money, more than just the regular person,
Okay.
to take better care of yourself and health. Now, granted, it was a drowning,
Mm-hmm.
so it was more of a freak accident than anything else. Nothing health wise, as far as I know. But
You're saying, like, let's say other celebrities have
other
passed around,
celebrities
like,
who are
let's say,
around
heart
my
attacks and something like that,
yeah,
whatever?
yeah. It's like,
Interesting.
I always look at it as, damn, And then the other thing is, when you're growing up, you never really look at those celebrities as being close to your age. Like, I've seen Theo, grow up on the Cosby Kids, but to me, he always seemed much older than me.
Older
If that,
than you.
yeah, if that makes any sense. Like, just looking at it on TV, just even some of the rappers I grew up with. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's like, to me, they like, oh shit, like, y'all are close to my age, if not my age. So it's always that appearance that happens to me. So seeing them now, when I hear them pass, I'm like, oh shit. And then I hear the age, and it's like, it's almost a shock to me.
Gotcha.
Right? So I was like,
Right.
oh, you like,
I
I'm
didn't.
not far off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
there's like like, I don't say reality check kick in and stuff, because not like you're doing anything wrong,
Right.
but it's just more like hello, you might not be exempt as you probably thought.
Right.
Because I look at it stuff as where, like, I remember when we were like cracking jokes and stuff whatever at the time about like you, but your Bantan and Beanie Man and stuff are around like the same age.
Yeah.
And I'm looking, I'm like, they've always looked so much older than you.
Right.
Like, if I'm thinking about Smooth, I'm thinking about like Beanie Man, and I'm thinking about like even Buju, I'm thinking of stuff that like Buju would probably be in like in the 70s. No shade, Buju. And like Beanie would be in his probably like his 60s.
Yeah.
And then looking at you, you're young and stuff that are kind of like to them.
Right.
But then now all of y'all like the same damn age, but I'm looking like, well, go ahead.
Do you think it might have something to do with the situation of you knowing me, being close enough to reach out and touch me, as opposed to, these guys, we only see them on, majority of the time, like, say, unless we go to a concert, majority of the time we're only seeing them on, like, through the eyes of a camera. And you know how certain cameras will say, put weight on people.
Mm.
You know what I mean? You think it might be a situation where certain cameras may put age on people, they might appear older than they really are?
No. Hollywood, fucking Smokey Robinson look younger than some of y'all.
You're right.
All y'all can kick rocks.
You're right.
It's what you like, how you take care of yourself, whatever, right? Because I look at stuff as where, again, let's separate you and let's look at Buju and let's look at Beanie.
Yeah.
Right? Yes, Buju has done time and stuff like that and all the above, but Buju has like a more older type of look, and Beanie and stuff that I want to say, like, I saw him even recently, like on a Breakfast Club one day. And when I saw him there and stuff, I was like, yo, he actually really takes care of himself, whatever, right? Not saying like he could have possibly like dye his hair or anything like that and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
But I look at it stuff, I was like, yo, Beanie kind of like, if you look at him, he looks like a decent kind of older guy, whatever, right? So I'm looking at him like, hell, I would probably, looking at Beanie just even on the Breakfast Club interview, put him like in his late 40s. Right?
Right.
And I want to say with you, if I'm looking at you and stuff like with your grade and everything like that, whatever, I would still put you under 50.
Right.
But then I'm looking at Buju and stuff for that. I'm looking at him like, nah, Buju is definitely over 60.
Right.
And then, like, again, I think, and then back to your thing when you were saying stuff about like the proximity thing.
Yeah.
Not even, because I look at it stuff as where it's kind of like impact on how long a person's been rocking like in your world. But you're probably not putting it under like a microscope and stuff, or like fully scrutinizing it, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Because like when I heard people and stuff clapping at Wheezy the other day and stuff about like, oh, they're not a fan of the Carter 6 and stuff, whatever. I'm like, let's look at this man's career.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
the man was 14 years old and stuff, whatever, on like Drop It Like It's Hot, back that ass up.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He's been in the rap game since he was 14.
Yeah.
And now this man has given you, let's say, from like the 500 degrees to like all the Carters and stuff. And it wasn't like consecutive years to like, you had the point of Carter 6. I'm like, not including his rock dabble in and stuff like he's given
he's definitely
he's been around.
He's definitely put time in his career.
Right. But again, the way how he take care of himself and stuff for them. I'm not saying like he's trying to hide aging or whatnot and stuff for them, but I'm looking at him like, we know, and I don't want to like, and I'm not throwing no rocks and no shade and stuff to Lil Wayne, but we know like he's had like his heart running thing and stuff with like the lean, and then like his other battles and stuff like with his health and everything like that, whatever. So I look at it stuff as where he's still, when you see him, he still looks spry enough to probably compete with like some of the 30-year-olds.
Yeah, yeah.
But then when you take in the fact there's something like Lil Wayne is almost 50. He's in his 40s.
He's almost 50.
He's in his 40s and stuff, but like close to 45-ish, whatever, right? Like I don't know his age exactly, but I look at it, so it's like he's been around that long. Well, I feel like if Lil Wayne, touch wood, not saying, if something was to happen to him and stuff, whatever, I would be impacted and stuff. I'd be like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I was a fan of his music. I followed his career good enough.
Right.
And everything like that, whatever. And it's still not a reach out and touch type of individual in my world, so to speak, but I still will feel it.
You think the same could be said, or maybe the opposite could be said for Ozzy Osbourne?
What do you mean, opposite wise?
Because
give me some clarity.
Him looking more or less of his age, as opposed to you're not expecting him to look or if he looked younger, then you'd probably be surprised, but he kind of looked like his age. And a lot of that, his death is contributed to just how he lived his life, right? A lot of, drug use,
other factors and
so
forth. Some things.
Right. So, and not saying that you can't get Parkinson's disease without that stuff, but you just know that he wasn't leading a lifestyle that would scream healthy, right? So regardless of that fact of him having Parkinson's, if he reaches a certain, and he did reach I would say, because he was in the 70s, I think, I would say, the average lifespan is now for 75? Still, has it moved up from there?
I don't know, like because it varies in, like in North America, they say we're supposed to share the same thing, whatever, but I feel like they say like average lifespan is like 76.
Okay.
But then I feel like some people and stuff are kind of tapping out. You are what you eat.
Yeah,
and like
you are not. And again, how you handle your body, right? Yeah. So for him, to reach that age, knowing what he's been through, I was like, okay, like you lived your life. You probably lived a few lifetimes. More than the average person. You know what I mean? So, just looking at him and saying, you know what, you look like a 70-something-year-old, as opposed to looking at Theo, and again, like I didn't realize he was that close to my age.
Yeah. Let me ask you this: when you were younger,
did
you admire the rich people? Or like the affluential people and everything like that on the TV?
Yeah, I would say so.
Now, as a man at 51, who do you admire? Do you still admire the rich people on TV now?
No.
I kind of thought so. And
No.
I didn't want to speak for you, but like, who do you admire now, like a group of people wise now?
To be quite honest, my wife's parents.
Okay. What about them?
Just their character. They're they're loving people. They're honest people. They're good people, right? And I think that's one of the things that you don't necessarily see growing up with celebrities,
Mm-hmm.
you only see their TV persona,
Well,
right? And part of that TV persona that you think, because it's not always the case, you think that they're rich because they're on TV or they're
Right.
doing music. So you assume that, oh, they're living a lifestyle. I mean, lifestyle of the rich and famous didn't help much either. When
Right.
when Ramaleesh will come on and
Or MTV Cribs.
or MTV Cribs didn't help much either, right?
Right.
But then you realize, like, just because who they are doesn't mean that they're decent people. And I think that as I grew older, I was like, yeah, you have money, but in certain cases, you're an asshole. And like,
Would you respect a celebrity's like philanthropy?
yes.
So would you consider them an asshole if they were like a philanthropist?
It still depends. Like, I gotta know a little bit more than your character past your philanthropy, because some people do philanthropy work
For tax purposes?
for tax purposes.
I kind of figured you're gonna say
it
that.
is what it is.
No,
right?
because and for me, I look at it stuff as where I was once like you. I used to admire like the rich people and everything like that. Like I remember I used to talk some shit.
Yeah.
Like I remember one day and stuff. Because I always like draw, like made doodles and like just remember my book of knowledge and stuff I had from like high school.
Yeah.
Right. And I saw some shit and stuff and I'm like, what the hell is this? And it was the design of a chain. I told myself I was gonna get like an iced out chain, like the rappers and stuff, whatever back then. And this is how I wanted my chain.
Platinum or gold.
I wanted once 50 came out with the G-Unit spinning chain.
Yeah.
And said, yo, it's white gold. I'm like, give me the white gold.
Give you the white gold. Give you the white gold.
It's cheaper.
Yeah.
I can it's more realistic compared to the
Right.
platinum. I
Yeah.
might not be able to afford the plat, right? And I looked at it and stuff, it was like, I'm at this point now where like myself too, kind people.
Yeah.
Like I look at it stuff as where it's just kind individuals and stuff, because like I be the first one, like on wax of the podcast and stuff, whatever, saying like, yo, like I fuck with kind people. There's not enough compassion in the world, right? So
Right.
when you see it, you kind of I gravitate towards it and stuff. I'll speak for myself, right?
Yeah.
So I look at it stuff as where the time from like me, let's say, saying, oh, well, this celebrity on TV and stuff has money, or this celebrity and stuff, whatever, is doing this, that, and the third and stuff, whatever. I don't really care for their philanthropy. I just care to see like what they're kind of doing and stuff now, celebrity wise or affluential wise.
Yeah.
Where they came from.
Okay.
Where they came from speaks volumes and stuff, whatever, to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. And if they don't really act upon in that, whatever, then I kind of just leave it to the wayside and stuff, whatever. And I give an example. I think for me, I'm not clapping at Jim Carrey, but let's talk about it.
Okay.
Like Jim Carrey is a Canadian kid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was a Canadian kid. He's made his money, does all the above, whatever. Do you hear anything about Jim Carrey coming back to Canada doing?
Nah.
Right. And again, I've always been a Jim Carrey fan since A Living Color.
Right.
Right. So even all his movies and to where he is and stuff, whatever now, but I look at it stuff as where you do where you came from, to kind of give back for where you came from,
Yeah.
means a lot more and stuff, whatever, to me. And a lot of people who are kind of like, who grew up and live in their area where they came from or their zones.
Yeah.
I see some more of their kindness and closer proximity.
Yeah.
Than I do the celebs.
Do you know which part of Canada guys? I don't know which part of Canada he's actually from.
Who, Jim?
Yeah.
Let's look it up. Jim Carrey.
Because the only reason why I asked is because sometimes New Market. It'd be interesting to actually go there and see if there's any sort of, because sometimes people will do stuff and it's so low key, so under the radar that it's not noticed, and they themselves are not one to toot their own horn or broadcast it.
No, without a doubt, whatever. Yeah. But I just feel like, let's say this, the time of like celebrity, like, I don't want to say like, jerking or glazing.
Yeah.
That's how the kids say it today.
Yeah.
They're glazing. I'm over that.
Right.
Right. As a man of like in his 40s and stuff, whatever, I'm over that and stuff, whatever. Because I look at it stuff as where you're doing you over there, I'm doing me over here.
Right.
You don't have to prove anything or let me see anything.
Right.
And all the above and stuff like that, whatever. Right. But I look at it stuff as where there's a ripple effect and a sonic boom effect that kind of goes around if you're really that type of person. For example, I don't know Denzel Washington being any kind of like super jerks or bad dude or cheaters or anything like that and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
But the sonic boom of Denzel Washington being a stand-up guy has resonated across the world.
His reputation supersedes him.
So I look at it as like, not all celebrities can say that.
No.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's why I look at it as where, okay, if you're not a Denzel Washington case, like whatever, do they love you in your hometown? Right? Because let's look at Drake. I would feel that someone like Drake should have never gotten shot. Like I consider Drake got shotted on when like Jagmeet Singh went to the Kendrick Lamar concert.
Right.
I'm looking like the people in your background and in your hometown don't respect you enough. You get what I'm saying? Like, and this man can't hold on. And this Kendrick Lamar's town, when they did that Juneteenth concert, that shit was packed. They acted a fool. They kept singing about the dude over and over and over again.
It was packed.
Right?
It was
and I
packed.
feel like it's stuff whatever. For Kendrick Lamar being from where he's from and that type of place, they showed him hometown love.
Mm-hmm.
To the latter part, I don't think the hometown love is too high on Aubrey. And I'm not putting that all on him.
Yeah.
But I look at it stuff as like, again, it goes back to the God's plan conversation.
Well, I was gonna say, I was gonna mention that, but also I know of him doing stuff in the city, but again, it may not be as visible as that whole God's plan was. And I think that was
the imagery for that was phenomenal. It was just different city.
Right? It's like, you know, you blessed a lot of people outside of the country, and whereas just so much people could have benefited from where you came from, right? So I think there's that I think people look at that and they take a slight to that.
But even Bieber, like, and not even just him, whatever, because like when I finally went to Stratford, I went to Stratford and stuff, I was like, yo, there has to be like a Justin Bieber like arena or some shit like that, community center or something like that, whatever, right? So I'm looking like, maybe he probably built some shit here, whatever. They're like, no. I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna sit here at this barbecue enjoying myself.
But yeah, Beyonce comes here and gets her own street.
Taylor. You mean Taylor?
Sorry, Taylor Swift comes here and gets her own street.
Yeah. So I'm looking like, we still don't got no like, OVO street yet, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Like, so I'm like, it's different out here. It's like, that's why I look at it as like, maybe we should not really focus too much on admiring celebrities because they're their own peoples and everything. They're capable of making fuck ups and mistakes just like regular folk.
100%.
So then now let's bring it back to the RIP Hulkster then.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
How do you want to start this Hulkster thing? Whatever. Like, you want to say something?
Well, let's recognize what he did for the sport of wrestling.
Okay, so speak on it.
Because, probably, but what I'm gonna say him, and I'll put McMahon in that same era because they kind of grew the sport and it was hand in hand. I think they needed each other at that time for it to become what it is. So I don't want to just rest it on Hulk's shoulders alone, but McMahon seen whatever he saw in Hulk, and Hulk delivered. Depending, no matter what you want to say, like he is the face of wrestling.
Okay,
right? He is the face of wrestling. Now, with that being said, certain things in your character, you may be able to hide for a certain amount of time, but it doesn't hide forever. So, as much as we want to say it's a slip up for what he said or how he acted, there was something underlying there.
What do you mean by that? Underlining?
There was something underlying there. Like
underlining.
Yeah,
gotcha.
You don't just come out and hard nigga without you feeling that way.
But he's used to saying the word, brother. It's not too far to say nigga. Like it's kind of like in the scope, he's heavy on the ERs.
He's heavy on the ERs, but you know what I mean? We're used to saying brothers, and brothers could be a term of endearment for all not so much nigga.
Right.
You know what I mean? And for him to say something like that, I think it was hurtful for the fact that a lot of black people who were into wrestling
Mhm.
looked at him as, yo, come on, man. When I'm growing up, kids wanted to be the Hulkster.
Yeah.
Black kids wanted to be the Hulkster. You know what I mean? So it's, I think, it hurt us deeply when, he did something like that, because we would have never expected it from him.
But then, okay, going back to what I was saying a few minutes ago and stuff, whatever, about like the mistakes aspect and stuff, whatever, right? Are we not, like, my slogan, we don't make excuses for adults.
Right.
But let's say the capability and stuff of like understanding a person's mistake that they made and everything like that, right? Do you feel that like what they did to, say, Terry Hogan's not even his real last name, but like,
Yeah.
let's say just to the individual and stuff like that, where they removed them from like the wrestling Hall of Fame and everything because of the nigger comments and stuff that he made and all the above?
Yeah.
Do you feel like that was right? Consider the fact, like what you were saying and stuff, whatever, like, yo, we know wrestling. We know Hulk Hogan for that face of wrestling.
Nah, they shouldn't have removed him at all, but right. But then, that's a political thing. And I don't think it has anything to do with Hulk Hogan and his career.
Why would you put it as a political thing?
It's more of the WWE themselves trying to be politically correct.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Right? It's more of them trying to save face for the brand than to look at, we're gonna punish Hulk.
Yeah, but I wouldn't even think, because for me, I look at it as where I would consider Hulk as a retired wrestler before he passed, right?
Yeah.
So I would always look at him as a retired wrestler. So I look at it as where, yo, if we're hanging your shit up in the rafters, whatever, why are we taking it down?
You know what that reminds me of? when they wouldn't let Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame
For the gambling thing?
gambling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see what the political thing you're talking about. For me, let's say this. Let's say R.I.P. to Hulk Hogan. Macho Man was more my guy.
Yeah.
And when Macho Man passed and everything like that, whatever, I was like, oh, it was good. He was a character. He was one of my characters and stuff, whatever, right? And Hulkster, yeah, because like the theme song that he's,
I am a real American.
yeah, when it comes crashing down and it hurts inside. And then like when I was saying that the other day at work, where somebody's like, whoa, he turned to Uncle Tom now because Hogan, what he said and everything like that. But I was like, this is where I looked at it stuff as where you said a piece earlier about like, some kind of like, and I'm gonna like, speak on it a little bit.
Yeah.
It was kind of like whatever's done in the dark will come to the light.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Where Hogan fucked up before he passed is fucking his best friend's woman.
Mm-hmm.
That was his cardinal mistake, period. That led to this snowball effect of everything.
Right.
Because the best friend had cameras in his house all over. That's how the sex tape thing got leaked out.
Mm-hmm.
Then when he was suing, I believe it's Gawker. I don't even know Gawker still exists.
I don't know they still exist either.
But Gawker was the one that got the sex tape.
Okay.
And then the courts had to break down what was said and stuff in the sex tape. And then that's when the court notes came out and stuff that he was saying a lot of niggers.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And looking at himself like, had you kept your dick in your pants or not fuck your best friend's woman, because your best friend had cameras in his place and now it led to all of this.
Yeah.
This is where you fucked up, my guy.
That's where it is.
Right?
That's where it is.
This is where he fucked up and stuff, whatever. Now, pertaining to his wrestling history and stuff, whatever, Hulk is that guy. As a millennial, you don't know wrestling without Hulk Hogan.
He's that guy.
So I look at it stuff as well. I'm not gonna take away and stuff, whatever, right? And the dude that we're gonna call me Uncle Tom and stuff, whatever. I told him and stuff, whatever. And I ask you this: is everybody racist?
I think to some degree.
Same.
I think to some degree.
Same. Then my next question and stuff is there such thing as privacy to a public figure? And before I bring up Hulk's aspect, you see with the whole thing, like all of that was something the public didn't need to know about him fucking his friend's woman, the tape getting out,
Right.
the nigger comments and everything like that, whatever.
Right.
That was said in private.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was said in private. That was between him and that woman,
Mhm.
the friend's wife,
Mhm.
at the time and stuff, whatever. Their conversations that was just caught on tape.
That reminds me of the old owner of the Los Angeles Lakers.
Yeah.
His conversation wasn't private.
Exactly. So is there such thing for privacy and stuff, whatever, for a public figure? Because fuck that. Let's look at Rob Ford.
Yeah.
With Rob Ford and his shit, whatever, right?
Right.
They will record him in his private moments and stuff, whatever. Donald Trump. The grab her by the pussy thing, everybody highlights that. He
Yeah.
was talking about groupies.
Yeah.
And he didn't know he was being recorded.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I guess there's no such thing as privacy to a public figure.
Nah,
I don't want to be a public figure.
I think as a public figure, you gotta be very mindful of what you say and who you say it to.
How?
You
can have a conversation.
But it's just one of those things, right? It's like
some public figures get air. Okay, let's Donald Sterling, right?
Mhm.
He got aired out by the woman he was fucking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is somebody you're fucking. If not them, then who?
But it's not like it was. See, his mistake is it wasn't his wife he was fucking.
But the wives can turn too. I've seen wives and stuff turn on like a good portion of people and stuff like that, or spouses, so to speak. Let me say that.
But I think spouses, they can turn, but I think your odds are more safer with a spouse than for a woman who is almost half your age that you know is probably only fucking you for who you are and not out of real true love.
Fair. That's fair. But then, okay, so so speak on, like, let's say the spouses that do flip.
The spouses that do flip?
Because remember, it's kind of like we go to bed together. So if you're my spouse and stuff, whatever, we go to bed and everything like that. Now we have a discord within our relationship and stuff, whatever. And now, let's say I didn't like a group of people and stuff like that, whatever. You're like, you know what? Now we're estranged.
Yeah.
You'd be like, he always hated blank blank. You'd be like, what the hell?
There's something to say about being able to end a relationship amicably. That's why I always have problems saying that.
Amicably. You got me fucking up on the word.
There's something to say about ending a relationship like on those terms, because there's always going to be a level of respect that's being held, right? I think once you reach that spot where the other person feels scorned, you got to expect anything.
So basically, don't piss off anybody.
That would be my advice.
That is the hardest thing to do.
It's a very hard thing to do.
I was about to say, I can drive and it can piss you off.
It's a very hard thing to do. But the only thing is, you driving and pissing me off. Your safest bet is that I'm a total stranger and I may know nothing about you, right? But if it's somebody,
I might be a public figure and stuff like that, and I might be known to the area,
right?
And then you see me, I don't know, I probably have like a rapper or something that throw it out the window and stuff, and they'd be like, this motherfucker is littering everywhere in our town.
Yeah. But it's usually when we see it happen, it's usually somebody that's always close to the person.
That what airs it out?
That airs it out, right? So
I don't want to say.
So Donald Sterling, it's his wife, right? The dude
girlfriend.
With the girlfriend. The dude with Donald Trump. They've had more than one conversation that probably went like that, right? So it's like, I would say that they're close, but someone he probably considered close, right? Hulk Hogan, the man, your friend's wife.
Yeah, that's out of pocket though.
That's extremely out of pocket.
Yeah, I feel like, I think when they got to that point, because remember, this is all on the tape, the sex tape, right? I feel like when they got to that point and stuff, whatever, and they were having like this loose conversation and stuff like that, whatever. And once everything got exposed, he should just have known and stuff, whatever, for a fact. Done.
Yeah.
Like, you fucked up.
Yeah.
Right? But I looked at it stuff as where, as like, all right, let's look back at Malcolm Jamal Warner and stuff, right?
Yeah.
We've known he's dated like other actresses and stuff in the past, Virginia King for a period of time and stuff like that, whatever. I don't know what his current wife and his daughter even look like. I didn't even know he had such.
I mean,
So I look at it stuff as like maybe public figures can't have privacy.
but again, though, but and what we're talking about may actually speak again to his character,
What do you mean?
because he looked like a dude that probably don't have any beef when his relationships end. They probably all end. The AM word, amicably.
Yeah. I like that.
He probably, all of his relationship probably end with a certain amount of respect,
Right.
where it's like, nah, like I ain't gonna shit on him, even if he had done dirt.
Yeah, but even that's what I'm saying. Like those are relationships, right?
Right.
But I look at it stuff as what, like, let's say like between man and woman.
Yeah.
There's friends that can turn on you. There's strangers. There's co-workers and stuff, whatever, right? Like I
Yeah.
look at this stuff as where, even let's say, even looking back like at Lizzo's situation and stuff, whatever, everything was good when it was Team Lizzo until next thing you know, it's like surviving Lizzo and stuff because she's treating her dancers allegedly
Right.
like in a way and stuff like that. And I'm looking like, you could do something that's just like a regular thing to you that can just piss off somebody
else.
and then the whole world can turn on you from that one moment and stuff. And you're looking like, yo, boss, how do we get here?
Celebrities, just be on your P's and Q's. That's
when you become a celebrity, remember this remember this episode.
That's
remember this episode right here.
I'm stacking my papers so I can live like a hermit if anything goes awry.
As we all should.
Anything goes awry, I'll leave the public light and just disappear.
Yeah. Remove all blue checks, verified and stuff, whatever. I'm telling you, just grow the beard. Just grow the beard like a little Gandalf. Don't give a fuck.
That's it.
Told you, welcome to stage life.
That's it.
Welcome to stage life. Who's a bigger wrestling icon? The Hulk, sir?
Okay.
Or The Rock?
I'm still gonna say is because you said wrestler icon, I'm gonna say Hulk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why?
Because that I want to say is what he's essentially known for. Like you have a few people out there that probably know Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as a wrestler.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's more known of the film and television fame, right? More than his wrestling. Whereas Hulk, it's just straight wrestling. It's just straight wrestling.
Because I was about to say, like, I feel like even John Cena now, right?
Yeah.
John Cena has I want to say an impressive run and stuff as well.
Oh yeah.
And John Cena came from wrestling and stuff, but for the most part of stuff, I want to say what spoke about him more in his wrestling career is, to me, his philanthropy.
Okay.
Right? With like the Make-A-Wish and all that type of stuff, whatever he was doing, that whatever.
Yeah.
Till he's hardcore, like dove into the acting world as well as The Rock and stuff like that, whatever too, right? Cause I want to say when The Rock had Ballers, I was like, yo, this is big. Consider the fact that you started as a wrestler who even played for the CFL.
Yeah.
Right? Because we know a good portion of The Rock's like history and stuff like that to get where he is and stuff. Now I'm like, yo, I'm a fan. But it's kind of like, and I don't want to put it as a generational type of thing and stuff, whatever, but I was like, Hulk Hogan has always been here. Always. Even to like the Donald Trump shit, whatever,
always.
You know, and everything. Hulk Hogan has always been here until now.
Until now, right? And again, you know Dwayne Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Just like we said earlier, Hogan's not even Hulk's last name.
Yeah.
So he literally lived out that persona.
Rip them damn shirts, boy. He was still ripping shirts.
Still
I'm not mad at it.
I'm not mad at it.
Because I look at stuff as like, yo, like some people, they don't have the body to rip shirts and stuff.
I'm not
like
mad at
that,
it. He went from ripping Hulk Hogan shirts to ripping NWO shirts, back to ripping Hulk Hogan shirts.
And then ripping them like USA flag shirts and stuff for that at the Republican Party and shit, whatever, right?
Look,
Convention.
Man, he'll rip a shirt, man. He'll rip a shirt.
Yeah, okay. Real quick before we get to like, you know, the main thing I want to clap at you with. When we were talking about Trump and stuff for a bit, do you think all American media sources are going to be silenced? Have you heard about they're canceling Colbert
Colbert
and Trump now issued a lawsuit against Rupert Murdoch and the Wall Street
and the Wall
Journal
Street Journal. Yeah.
about the Epstein birthday card and stuff like that, whatever. Um, American media sources are going to be silenced.
Yeah, and I think not necessarily by what Trump is going to do, but again, by what he's already done. So I think a lot of this is gonna set precedents, especially with the whole Wall Street Journal and Rupert Murdoch, because it's a big publication and Murdoch ain't no lightweight, right? So to
Murdoch
see,
owns Fox News.
that's what I'm
So
saying, he's no lightweight.
this is the thing that kills me stuff about like this whole situation and stuff, right? Because I look at stuff as like, name a network that glazes Donald Trump more
The Fox
than
News.
Fox News. But yet you want to sue, I think for $10 billion, he wants to sue Wall Street Journal
Yeah,
for the Epstein thing.
yeah,
And I was like, you sue him for the Wall Street Journal side, you still expect his network to glaze you? Like, I don't understand. And then I look at it stuff as where, let's say, for example, especially like with us being on the Canadian side, where like some of our internet news and stuff has been silenced.
right,
I look at stuff as where if you have, let's say, people who speak against or ill will of Trump now, right?
right,
They can't say what they could possibly say before because freedom of speech is now being closed off on a business level.
yeah,
Where are we to go besides podcasts and stuff, whatever, for the info now? When some of these podcasters and stuff are not even come with like the facts and research of their own.
yeah, yeah,
Because I look at stuff as like pretty much you're gonna go by, let's say, or people are gonna go by and stuff like, all right, fuck it. Rogan might say this, and they have to take that as gospel and stuff, whatever, when they know several times stuff that he's failed to miss the mark.
right, right,
Right? Because I look at it stuff as where I think even with this whole Colbert aspect and stuff, whatever, I looked at it stuff as like, soon as Colbert, like everything was announced and stuff with Colbert being canceled and stuff, like next May,
yeah,
or coming May, Trump went right back to the twit and started tweeting and stuff like that. I heard Jimmy Kimmel was next and everything. And I was like, bit by bit, changes have been implemented and stuff on that side.
right.
He's already came out, or his team and his cabinet has came out and said, there's Epstein list, then there's no Epstein
And
list.
there's no Epstein list.
We can't trust what they say,
Right.
but yet it's still the media. We have to go by the media that they control.
Scary times, man. It's scary times.
Scary hours, bro.
Scary times, man.
freaking hours. Okay, that's it.
That's it.
I'm done for now. We ready for the question of the week?
Let's go.
All right.
Let's go.
I was saving this one for your bitch ass.
All right, all right.
Question of the week. Who is more unhinged and rich as a black man? Are you ready?
I know Kanye must be in there.
No.
Oh,
An American man?
okay.
American black man?
Okay.
Or a Jamaican black man?
An American black man.
Really?
Yeah.
Nah, dog. I got Jamaican. Tell me why you say American.
Jamaican?
I have a relative. I'll start.
Okay,
Fuck
go
it,
ahead.
I'll start.
Go ahead.
I have a relative
Right.
who their father
Yeah.
has about 16 kids.
Okay.
And he don't got money. Imagine that fucker rich and unhinged now, whatever.
Right.
I feel like a rich and unhinged American man
Yeah.
will still have some kind of scruples to be like, you know what? I can't go too far because they're going to come for my money. Go ahead. Tell me why you say American over Jamaican now.
Nah, I think just being an American just gives you that ideology of your privilege knows no bounds and you are the greatest person in the world. And because you are the greatest person in the world,
Mm-hmm.
you supersede everything, including rules and morals. A Jamaican man, he might remember his granny and his granny's upbringing. Yeah, he might have 16 kids, but Baby Malofio will go out to all of those people to say he has kids with. I think American man was just like, look at that rapper. Who that young rapper that have like what 10 baby moms pregnant at the same time?
Oh, young boy.
That's not unhinged.
Yeah, that's unhinged. That's unhinged. But I still would feel like, yo, if you give a Jamaican man the cake, it'd be problems. Rest my uncle's soul. He was a musician and had kids in 4 different places. America, Canada, Jamaica, the UK.
I mean, but Jamaicans love the kids though. Look at all the entertainers. Most of the entertainers have more than one, more than two, more than 3. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. But that's what I'm saying.
They love the kids. Man.
Unhinged.
They love the kids, man.
Unhinged. That case in point.
Yeah.
You just proved my point.
I don't think the money would change them.
Oh hell no. You're underselling Jamaican people. You're underselling Jamaican people. I don't think the money
would change, man. I think they're gonna be the same. Man.
The same Jamaican people that you see will go to a dance hall party, spend their rent money to go look good and stuff, whatever. If they know that shit was endless,
yeah, they might actually hide if they got all that money because they don't want to pay out nobody.
Shit. All right, I got another one for you then. Black man, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're sticking with the black man.
Okay.
Rich and unhinged. Nigerian descent from the UK.
Nigerian descent from the UK. Okay.
Rich and unhinged. Nigerian descent from Texas.
Probably have to go with the UK one for this time.
The accent. The accent is getting the interest. The accent.
I probably have to go with the UK Nigerians at this point.
Okay, all right. We're on agreement on that one. All right. Let me dig into my crystal ball called brain. All right, I got one more for you.
Okay.
Black man, rich and unhinged, average height, light skin guy with nice eyes,
right?
6'1", tall, dark and handsome, dark skinned dude, rich and unhinged. Who's more worse?
6'1", dark skinned dude.
Why?
Black of the berry, the sweeter the juice.
I'm putting on.
You put a light skin guy?
Michael Ealy types, the Steph Curry types.
They had their run, man.
Nah.
They had their run, man. They had their run, man. They looking women out here looking for women out here looking for Idris.
I doubt it, and not saying they're not looking for Idris and stuff like that, but I feel like the influx of interracial relationships has brought a sonic boom back of those light skins.
You think so?
Of course.
See, I think you know that.
Look at all of was it LeVar Ball's boys, right? Lonzo, light skin with nice eyes. I look at it stuff as like them unhinged. I think because they can get in a little bit more circles than the dark skinned guy. And I say that because some people might look at them like they're half white, so they're half right.
Maybe.
And then I think a tall, dark, and handsome dude and stuff, whatever, to some people would be attractive, fetishized and stuff like that, whatever. But I still feel like they'll be scrutinized and stuff like that.
There's a key word. I think that the fetish. I think the fetish is wild out in the streets for that type. As I was saying, like that at one point, that the light skins, they had their run because that was a fetish. I think that fetish. I'm not speaking for all the women, but I think women just like the really dark men. That seems to be winning right now. We can't. You know what I mean? We can't put you out in the streets if you're single, Marv. We don't have to hide you, man.
Why?
No,
I'm not tall.
No, but you dark. You dark. Someone might try to snatch you and try to convince you to get shin implants. You know, Mom, why you need a chin implants?
Mm-mm. I don't want no Diddy dreams. Don't take that for Sparties. Okay. All right. I'm done. I'm done
You
for
done?
this week. I'm done.
All
All
right.
right. Get the Ask the Sons.
That's the Suns.
All right. First Ask the Sons come from Blondie_M. What's the most overhyped tourist attraction that you've been to?
CN Tower. Come on, man. It's just a tower.
But it's all over on your 416 jacket. The one, the CN
Yeah,
Tower, Drake and the
I
views.
can't help that. But as a tourist attraction, what you got?
Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Hollywood Walk of Fame?
Yeah, because like I want to say for the longest,
Yeah.
not going to LA, seeing like just hearing about it, whatever, like, oh shit, this person got a star, this person got a star, this person got a star.
Yeah.
I'm looking like, damn, they got a lot of stars to give out. And then when you're going there,
Right.
like there's a lot of stars and stuff, whatever, around, especially like even around like the theater and everything.
Yeah.
And that area, I just look at stuff as like, yo, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 stars, and then you might see a crackhead and stuff or a homeless person and stuff like right there.
Right.
And you're looking like, it's not how you guys sold me the dream, like when you sold it on TV.
Do you think because now that there's so much stars, it start to lose its allure?
I don't think so. And the reason why I say that and stuff for that because I think there's some spaceship before and people think like this is like a mama I made it moment.
Right.
Right? Because I think about it stuff is where to me there's so many stars that went out, I can care less. And then when Snoop Dogg got one,
Yeah.
you know, I like to give a shout out to myself and everything like that. I like to thank myself.
Yeah.
And I was looking, I was like, shit. And then Dr. Dre got one and stuff, whatever, the other day.
Right.
So I'm looking at stuff, I was like, no, the Lord's still there because I think if they call somebody that like I kind of like that had an impact in my life,
Yeah.
I'm clapping.
Because I guess if you're looking for a particular star, right, of a person who has had an impact in your life, right, then you would probably go to that section to where they are, right?
It was a lot. But
that's what I'm saying. Like within the okay,
when I'm gonna pose up and take a photo,
right? And when they first started with the idea, right, it was probably in like the most prestigious part of Hollywood.
Yeah, before it got to the part where everybody wants to.
But that's what I'm saying, though, right? So now you're like, you got your star, but you're not even like with like where it shines. You know what I mean? You're like on the outskirts now with your star. Like I was saying, the further out from that core you get, how much meaningful does it now become? Because now people are like, tourists are really saying, I'm gonna go to the Walk of Fame, so they're gonna go where it's where it all started.
Yeah, I did the walk, right?
Yeah,
because I wanted to see like, let's say this. Got out the rental, went to go park the rental and stuff, whatever. When I went to go walk and stuff like that, whatever, because I feel like if you're going to LA to visit and stuff, whatever, y'all need to get a rental. Don't fuck with Uber, you'll go broke. Like, I took an Uber and stuff whatever from like, I parked in Venice.
Yeah.
Walked all the way to San Monica Pier.
Yeah.
The Uber back was $15.
Mm.
The drive was like 10 minutes.
Wow. Wow.
So I look at it stuff as like, all right, get out the rental, go to the rent, like came out the rental stuff, whatever, and like we parked somewhere and stuff where it's like, oh shit, the stars already started.
Yeah.
So you're just walking on the ground looking and stuff. So you're more focused on like all the names you're seeing, the names you might know, the names you might not know.
Right.
And there's somebody begging for change. So you're looking like, excuse me, Mr. Homeless person, I just want to see, is that
who you covering?
Oh, that's a Tony Danza star. All right. Thank you. Sorry about that. I don't have any change. Sorry. I'm not from here.
He's probably plotted it out already. Who do they visit most?
Even that too.
Let me sit there at that star.
So I look at that was an overhyped tourist attraction for me.
Right.
Next question comes from the director. What's a sentence that completely changed your life? That's a good one.
All that's glitter is not gold.
I like that. Yeah. For me, I think it was like, I heard from a lady and stuff that I used to work with a long time ago, and it had a hell of an impact. Act and behave like the world you want to live in.
Yeah.
Because she's like, and how she was saying and stuff, she's like, everybody always complains and stuff about like, oh, how people drive in traffic and stuff is garbage, or how people are so mean and everything like that, whatever.
Right.
If you put out energy in the world to be good,
Yeah.
it would multiply.
Right.
But if you're adding to the negative and stuff, and you're looking like, why are people like this? Fucker, take a look at yourself and make a change.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I like that. Ever since I heard that sentence and stuff, whatever, it has definitely impacted my life. Okay, that was a good question.
That was a good question.
Last question. Last access comes from Evil Hornet. What's the riskiest place you've had sex?
I'm a modest guy. I think the riskiest place was a park in daylight.
Is that modest?
I mean, some people might be hearing my answer and saying, "You prune, you prude." That's it.
You know what? We live in OnlyFans perverted times and stuff, whatever now.
Yeah.
For me, I think the TTC subway.
See,
but
that shut my park down, man.
We're not playing poker here, man. Yeah, but remember the old systems was set up differently. The old trains,
right?
Like I look at it stuff like at least you had closed off things. These now ones are these long ass accordion ones.
Oh yeah.
We can look way down and see what the hell is going on.
Yeah.
I look at it stuff as where that one, it was like a Tuesday evening coming from school, late night. I was a young idiot because women know how to manipulate a man. That's why I said it, ladies. You guys know how to manipulate a man. Oh, take your dick out. Oh, you're a coward. You don't want to do that. I'm like, fine.
I'm no coward.
You're like, fine.
I'll show you.
Where's the condom? Throw the condom. Like, fine. I'm just gonna sit here, and then I'm looking like she's doing a little bouncing. I'm looking like, please, nobody come through there. Please stay sleeping down there. Please, I just want to make it to my stop and everything like that. And then she'll yell at me like, yo, you're not even focused and stuff for the house way.
I'm the lookout right now. I'm the lookout part of this relationship.
See, I feel like this is my opinion and stuff, whatever. I feel like when it comes to man and woman dynamic in a relationship and stuff, whatever, they see fun. We see safety. Like it's just like, I want to go there.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, but people get bodied there.
Right. Somebody got to look out for the safety.
So
it's got to be one of us.
Protect and provide.
Yes, that's it.
It's innate for us.
That's it.
Damn it. All right, man.
Oh, speaking of which, did you see my reply to the post he sent to the group chat?
Oh. Folks, there's a page on the gram. We'll say this. I'm gonna give this page a little highlight.
Yeah.
You know who put me on this page? Shout out to Blue. Blue put me on stuff, whatever, right? So with Blue now, he sends me one thing and stuff, whatever, and I'm like, yo, this shit is hilarious.
Yeah.
And now I look at it, it's called Whole Math. The Instagram page is called Whole Math.
Right.
So I'm like, Whole Math. So I was like, I watched one video, and then the guy's doing a diagram. You never see who he is.
Never see who he is.
You just see his hands.
Yeah.
And when he's doing all this diagram shit, whatever, I'm looking like, by golly, George, this man has not spoken a single one lie has been spit, whatever,
Not
right?
one.
So the inner domestic terrorist that I am and stuff, whatever, I send it out to people.
I
send the whole thing.
You try to get the feedback.
Everybody. And I was like, I'll see you in the comments. And then I had some women and stuff, whatever, like, speak on it.
Right.
Some women say like, yo, this guy spitting facts.
Yeah.
Some women's like, yo, fuck feminism. I'm not for feminism. I'm for exactly what this, whatever. I know some of your comment would be along that line and stuff, whatever. But then you have some of the women, not the simps, the women. I'll get to the simps in a minute.
Yeah.
So the women that weren't for that post is because of guys like this are the problem, right? When you look at Whole Math, they explain this.
Right.
They call it bird hands.
Bird hands.
Right? Here's the thing. Smooth, I want you to understand where I'm coming from.
Right, yeah, yeah,
Right?
yeah.
You see my hand gesture?
Yeah, yeah.
Folks, you see my hand gesture? I will want Smooth to understand where I'm coming from. Like, I'm begging you.
Right.
Whatever, right?
Right.
I want you to understand where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
That's telling you some
telling.
shit.
That's telling.
Whenever I see a woman get into bird handstand,
Yeah.
I'm already clocked out.
Bird hands.
Bird hands.
I'm gonna start calling it crane kung fu.
You call it crane. You call it. I call it bird hands.
I think crane kung fu.
Be like, why are guys? And once I see bird hands, I'm already swiping away. I'm not gonna entertain what comes after that. So if you're like, help me understand why men are like such and such, all right, I'm there. You got me. I don't understand. What's that? Done.
You mix
I'm
it up with
clocked
the
out.
bird neck.
Yo, or bird box. Yo, whatever you want to call it. I'm done. We are done today. No more bird hands included. Let me find the Associated Sons and we can get shake, rattle, and rolling on our way.
Sounds good.
In the memory of so many people and stuff that has passed this week, known some public figures have passed.
Yeah.
I kept it quick and short and sweet. Associated Sons this week says, expect nothing, appreciate everything.
So says the Sons.
Here today, gone tomorrow,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Like I think the sense of entitlement thing is something different for these individuals and stuff. Like, I want to say even from just like the Ozzy to like the Hulk and to Malcolm, Jamal, Warner, they went from nobody that no one knew of, nothing of.
Yeah.
And they lived a life that some people can only possibly imagine.
Right. And in some cases, like I was saying, some cases they live twice the life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And a lot of people feel like that's attainable for everybody, which it's not.
No.
So you shouldn't expect like you're going to be handed a world like how these three individuals were handed.
Yeah.
So expect nothing. But when you get something that kind of feels like your personal heaven on earth or you're living your best life, appreciate it. Everything
the hell out of it.
Yeah, it embellishes around. So expect nothing, appreciate everything.
So say the Sons.
All right, folks, we appreciate you guys for rocking with us, man. Like, comment, subscribe.
All of the above.
We are here. We will see you again next Tuesday. To the people to come into Caribana, jump up and wind up. And if you're old enough, get you some Bengay and rub on them legs and stuff, whatever. Rub A535.
You gonna do anything for the weekend or you just chilling? You just chilling?
Curtains and flowers.
Curtains and flowers.
No, like, you know what it is? I think worst case scenario.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario and stuff, whatever. No matter what, I always try, but then there's something that's gonna, like, Tyrese keeps pulling me back. I have people coming in town and stuff, whatever, that I know.
Okay.
And they told me they're coming in town for this.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna see them, and I know eventually they're gonna be like, wow, you only came to the hotel. You're not gonna come with us and stuff, whatever, to like such and such. And I'm like, oh,
right.
Fuck.
Right.
So something like that I know always tends to happen and everything like that. So it's a bait switch thing, but I hold myself accountable and stuff for it because I look at stuff as like, you can't say Marv don't love you.
Right. Like I said, it's been more than 15 years since I've been to the parade. I think, I want to go and check it out. So I think I might, if I don't end up at the parade, I'll at least try to do something this weekend, as opposed to just my regular chill at home self.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Once again, folks, we thank you. We appreciate you for rocking with us and stuff. And thank you for listening to the Podical Son. Like, comment, subscribe. All streaming platforms possible. If you're watching this now, hit subscribe. And we appreciate you. Thank you for listening to the Podical Sons podcast. Remember, the difference between genius and stupidity is that genius has its limits. Peace and love. Y'all stay well. Keep safe. And we'll see you again next week.
Peace and love.
The Podical Sons with Not Your Average Joseph and Sofa King Marvelous.